Welcome to Snake Cinema Reviews. I'm your host, Prince Elias. This is my girl Jasmine, and today we are reviewing Orphan First Kill. Now, Orphan First Kill is a prequel to the first Orphan that came out in what, 2008? I don't know. It was like 13 years ago. And so for those who've seen the Orphan, spoiler alert, it's a horror film about a family who adopt a kid, and the kid started wilding out and doing creepy stuff and weird stuff. Come to find out, the kid was actually a grown woman pretending to be a child, and she tried to kill the whole family. And so this one is the prequel to tell us how she started doing what she was doing, her reasons behind it, the craziness, what made Esther Esther. And so when I heard that it was going to be a prequel and not a sequel, I was kind of afraid that it wasn't going to be as good. And then when they said it wasn't going to theaters, they were dropping it on Paramount Plus, I really got scared, because I was like, ugh, if they're throwing it to streaming, the studios must not have faith in this movie. And I was kind of sad, because I really love the first one. The first one is amazing. And so, but once it came out, I saw a couple of non-spoiler reviews, and everybody gave it praise and said that the ending was wild, the twist was wild, just as wild as the first one. So I was like, okay, let me go give it a try. And so I did, and yeah, they were right. This prequel, sequel, whatever, origin story of Esther, the crazy killer, it's just as crazy like as the first one, and the twist that they put in this movie is just as good as the original twist, where we was like, oh my gosh, this is not a child. The CGI is kind of, the way they age her is kind of off, because with the first Orphan movie, she was a child actress playing a grown woman pretending to be a child, and in this one she's now an adult actress for real, but she has to pretend like she's a child, because this is again a prequel, not a sequel. So that was kind of weird, seeing the aging process, or the however digital way they choose to make her look younger, the makeup and all the other stuff, practical effects. It did kind of get off-putting in the beginning, but once the story got started, it didn't even matter no more. Like, you didn't even care. Once the story got started and shit started getting crazy, you ain't care that this grown-ass woman is pretending to be a child, pretending to be a grown-ass woman. It's crazy. It's a wild horror film. It's a crazy horror film, but it's good nonetheless. All the actors, all the stars, everybody did a great job. Cinematography amazing. The kills, the gore, 10 times better than the first one. I loved it. It was amazing. I give this movie 9.5 out of 10. It's not a perfect horror film. Like I said, the de-age and stuff is a little off-putting, so I have to knock off points for that. But for them to make this a prequel instead of a straight-up sequel, I think they executed well. The story, the plot, it gets crazy. It gets crazy. The final third of the movie is wild, but it's a good, fun wow. Like, you won't regret watching it. And it's on Paramount Plus. You don't have to go to the theaters. So if you have Paramount Plus, you know, watch it. If you don't have Paramount Plus, you might want to get it just to watch this movie, then cancel your subscription, because it might end up being cheaper than going to the theaters to see it still. So it's whatever, you know. But that is it for this episode of Snake Cinema Reviews. I'm your host, Prince Elias. This is Jasmine. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll check you out in the next one. Peace.